Baseball. There we go. I just realized that was a candy one, so we stopped it early. But that we don't have a baseball intro yet because it's the first time we're doing it. Welcome everybody. We're gonna test out a little live before lock with baseball. Obviously, it's the MLB does. It's a little different, right? We're not going to get a ton of injury news coming in last minute, all of that stuff, right? So what I was thinking we do is kind of go over a little bit of this past game week, look at what did well, what didn't. Talk some like I don't know how I've been approaching it. I dumped some coin in today, some Ethereum, if you will, because that's the only way you can add money right now. So I could, scoop some lineups. So we're gonna look at some of the contest selection, all that stuff. Sorry, my dog just came over like after snoozing forever. But as always, we will fire up a little giveaway here because it is a live before lock show. So in order to qualify, you gotta like the stream, subscribe, and hashtag baseball. Into the chat. We'll spin this thing at the end. This is honestly, since it's the first time we're doing it, this is probably your best shot. Your best shot at winning something right now is this right here. So like the stream, subscribe, hashtag baseball. Sorry, that cough was creeping in. We got a cough creeping in. Also, I am repping a Summer League shirt. I just realized. But yeah, let's I think the first thing we could do is look at some of this past game week here. And I'll be honest, I didn't fully what's going on? What's going on was so rare. I didn't fully dive in to baseball this past game week. I did the common one, and then I was like, I just want to get a feel for it because I'm trying to figure out the best way to approach this. But let's see. I want to look at past. I guess I can only see. Oh no, I can look at all tournaments. Let's look at the limited. Let's look at the limited pro. We'll look at the results for the limited pro here. Take a look. You playing MLB? ETH is coming. You thinking threshold? Yeah, baby. That's why we're diving in. That's why we're diving in because the ETH is here. All right. So I wanted to look because this was the question I had for you guys. And actually, before we look at it, before we officially look at it, I have a question because watching from Houston. Let's go, Taylor. Dude, are you going? You should go see the No Dunk show tonight, by the way. They're in Houston. No Dunks is a live show they're doing. But here's the question I had. In this flex spot where you can play anybody, do you think, I mean, obviously it's gallery dependent, but do you think we should be starting 2 starting pitchers? That was because again, I was just buying for the first time, building my rosters really for the first time. Do you think that strategically that's the way to go? Because if you have good pitchers, obviously it depends what you have, but is that what we should be doing? Because I was like, went to Miami. Oh, dude, that's great, man. I'm glad you went down there for it though. What an experience. Is everybody doing that though? Is everybody just rolling out 2 pitchers in all of them? Yeah. The pitchers get the most points. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I just wasn't sure if like everyone was approaching it the same way. Only 2 times starting pitchers if you have 2 great ones, in my opinion. Flex is the second starting pitcher mainly. That's what I thought too. Okay. That's curious. My next question was, if someone is playing for if someone has 4 games versus 3 games. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll keep talking about it. Pitchers for a solid floor, hitters for the upside. Paulo says starting pitchers if you want tier 3 to tier 5, hitters if you. Okay, so this is what I wanted to get into. Because I do think it's gallery dependent. Now, if you have like 2 starters that are like Scherzer and Corbin Burns, and they're both pitching this week, then yeah, maybe it makes sense to roll out 2 starters because they also have those crazy high ceilings, right? If it's hitters though, if it's like a solid starting pitcher versus like, stud hitters, bombs away, the Bronx Bombers, whatever it is, then maybe it makes sense to go to hitters. Interesting. All right. Anyways, that's what I was excited to start thinking about. 4-game hitters are what you want. But Caleb, here's my question for you. How many times do those hitters play all 4 games? I feel like when you have 4 games in a game week, you often see them sitting 1. Magnum saying, I think a pitcher gets you about 25, so you need to beat that. If Judge and Stars caliber gets 7.5 a game, you need them to have 4 games to beat it. Yeah. Oh, man, this is fascinating, though. I love this stuff. I love this. All right, let's go take a look at some of these. We're looking at the limited pro right now. And so Our friend Lagache FCG took it down. He had Otani as a starting pitcher, Emmanuel Clase, Jordan Alvarez, Xander Kid, and then he had Bogats, Aaron Judge, Mullins, and Trey Turner. So he had a hitter there in the flex right there. So that's 36. This one had Adley Rutschman from the O's, Kyle Tucker. So we're seeing a lot of these squads up top. All right, this one, so fifth place, Knack 625 had a pitcher in there. So that's the first one that we've seen of the top 5 that had a pitcher. Again, this is on one game week. This sample size is dumb. But these are some solid squads here. All right, let's take a look at game week 2. Also, let me know in the chat. Are you guys, what contests are you all playing? I'm trying to get a feel for how many people are like really diving in. Are you guys mostly in the limited streets? Do we have some rares? Do we have some super rare bros in there? Travis says 2 starting pitchers got me a tier 1, but I do agree hitters can put you right on the top with a crazy weekend. Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, let's take a look. I'll show you guys my lineups this week. So actually, let's ask this other strategy question. All right, Jump Shoot saying is limited edition and rares. Caleb's playing 1 rare and then all the limiteds. I have stun limiteds and building out rare. All right, cool. So I feel like we're all in similar spots here. I got 10 limiteds playing minors and majors and limited all-star. There you go. So this is the other question I had. How are you targeting your tournament structure? Like, or do you guys have a thought process of how, like, which tournament you build out first? Because mine, all right, hold on. Laird's here too. Says starting pitchers in the flex makes more sense when there are fewer games like weekends, but there's definitely no tried and true. So going back to the tournament selection, I initially was treating this like the NBA. And in the NBA, when they add these contests like Eastern Conference, Western Conference only, right? The prize structure is usually built out pretty different. So you've got 3,000 people going for 200 prizes. And then the main one, you have almost the same level of entrance with double the prizes. So I was very surprised to see that in the American League, right, we've got and this is going to close in less than an hour. So I don't know how much higher this goes up. You've got only like 1,000 or so. So basically a 20% chance at shipping one of these with like a 15% of chance of shipping the other ones, right? I guess limited pro isn't, no, I mean, same thing. So I was surprised because I ended up focusing on American League and National League because it seemed like the payout structure was a little bit better. Better payout in pro, obviously, right, with the shot at a rare up top. But I was surprised to see that. So because I've been focusing on the American League and National League. And I realized that, like, when you guys come here for Live Before Lock for NBA, I do know what I'm talking about. I might not have the best lineups, but I have a very good feel for, like, who's playing, who's projecting well, all this stuff. For baseball, for this show in particular, I imagine 3 or 4 weeks from now, I'll feel a lot sharper and a lot closer up to date. And I've been focusing more, like I do FanDuel and DraftKings and stuff like that. But I'm like figuring this out as I go. So I apologize if this show feels more like back and forth than me giving you the sweet, sweet alpha. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't know, this is how I built my lineups. But when I was looking at my relief pitchers, are any of you guys stacking your starting pitcher with the relief pitcher? And I know that's not necessarily the right move, but I was thinking about it. Like I was looking at some of the series for this week, and if you're in like a good, like I'm trying, who's playing a terrible team? Who's playing Detroit? Is Houston playing Detroit? I forget who's playing Detroit. But if you have a Houston starting pitcher, are you also, and maybe you're not forcing it, but does that line of thinking make sense? And I'll bring it up. The Red Sox, who of course I'm a fan of. Okay, Evo is saying he stacked the Brewers last week. Red Wolves not stacking. Yeah, Houston. I don't need a bunch of low tier limited. I don't need a bunch of low tier limited. Was that in response to something else? But anyways, I ended up stacking. I'll actually, you guys can start dunking on me on my lineups because I decided I was going to put X amount of dollars in today, and I was just going to buy. I was going to buy a bunch, and I did. But I don't think I had a real true thought process or strategy of how I was going to start collecting. I got a couple of things, collect what you love. Okay. I'm a big fan of that. But anyways, let's go through some of my squads here. And then I'm curious, like, what games you guys were targeting. So let's go to live for game week 2. Sorry, upcoming for game week 2, which starts in 48 minutes. So make sure you do training lineups. God damn it. I'm doing another thing that needs training lineups now. So I started with my limited American League. That was the first thing I did. And you'll notice a pattern here because I'm a Sox fan. Excuse me. So I'm rolling out Cutter Crawford because I was trying to find someone who was cheap. And I think I got Cutter Crawford for like a couple of bucks. I like the matchup this week. I forget who they're playing now off the top of my head. Who are they playing? They're playing, let's see, Crawford. Who are you playing? Wait, who are they playing? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. All right. So Cutter, they're playing the Pirates. That's right. So they're playing the Pirates. So I like that matchup. And then I went in and got Jansen. I got their closer as well. So, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, listen, maybe Crawford it's a good series matchup for the Red Sox anyways, even though the Red Sox suck. Jansen's a solid closer. And then who knows? Maybe we thread the needle and have Crawford pitch a gem and then Jansen come in for the save. And then I picked up Rafi Devers because I was excited about Devers. I loved the Houston matchup this week, so grabbed Jeremy Pena and Jose Abreu, and then grabbed a couple of Orioles too because I like the Orioles matchup. But I actually might switch out Anthony Santander, even though he's got good power. I want to give We the People, who I think just showed up in the chat. Yeah, here he is. He was mentioning something. I'm curious if you guys are thinking about it this way. But are you a little nervous targeting like big home run hitters in cold environments? Like I know we usually see the home runs get an uptick in late May, early June into July. He was mentioning targeting some base stealers, which I loved. Evo Dreamer in the chat saying you should consider offensive mini stacks as they can pop off together. Yeah. Just coming from the daily fantasy world, I know stacking in baseball is just about as important in baseball as it is in football. I mean, yeah, you can get solo shots, but the way that you really find a windfall is you get, the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Somebody gets a hit, somebody steals a base, next guy knocks it in for a ding dong. But anyways, this is my squad, and then I threw Plesac again, another a starting pitcher who relatively cheap in a good matchup and just fired that. Look at everybody. A lot of people pumped about the baseball, huh? We excited. We're good to be back. Yeah, that's going to be the plan. I'm going to try to find some consistency. It's going to be hard when we have multiple platforms locking on the same day. It worked out really nice today as well. All right, let's keep moving to stolen bases at 5 points is going to be strong this season. Yeah. So let me ask you this. Should I be switching out? Although I think I needed an outfielder in this position. Anyways, I'll show you my National League team next. National League team, I wasn't as excited about. I tried to again find some. Oh, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Here we go. What did I say? Limited national. All right. So we got Ryan Nelson. I love a guy named Ryan. Young dude for the D-backs. And I kind of like his spot. And then went down I got Diaz here for the Reds closer. And then you know what I started doing? And I don't know if you sickos are out there doing it, but I started scooping up some Colorado Rockies, mainly because the Coors Field Boomers, right? That altitude, baby. So are people also going out of their way to do stuff like that? Yeah, there we go. Baseball NFTs are going to save Web3. There you go. But anyways, grab Ryan McMahon and then grab some Giants who are Giants are super cheap. Estrada and Wade are okay. And then I also grabbed Kyle Lewis, who's super cheap, but he's been sucking. But anyways, and then Connor Overton, a household name, Connor Overton. Yeah, CJ Cron has been hot. He's really not really expensive, but it was a little bit more expensive than I wanted it to be. So stayed away from Cron. I'll tell you guys, I had a budget of $300 today. I was like, let's use 300 USD. Let's round up some squads and go. All right. So those are the two lineups that I focused the most on. And then I followed it up with, and then I did limited pro after that. And you'll see a lot of the same bros in there. The limited pro had a lot of the same bros in there just because I like the matchup. So we got Zach Plesac again and Crawford. So those are my starters again. I'm using them twice. Clay Holmes for the Yanks. Then I got our guy Tristan, Jorge Mateo, Tony Kemp, Ruiz. Actually, here's a question. Do you think? Let me ask you this: should I be switching out Mateo and Santander, if I'm focusing on the American League squad, who would you take? Who would you take? Mateo or Santander? And Laird was saying the prices on the Rockies when they have home games have more games than everyone else's are always hilarious. Yeah. We love the Colorado Rockies. We tap the Rockies. But anyways, that was kind of my breakdown this morning of how I handled getting into Sorare MLB. Again, I look forward to being a little bit sharper here in like a week or two once I've got my feet wet, which honestly was the same thing that happened in the NBA. Like I'm sure like in the NBA, remember I focused a lot of my time early on those contender tournaments because I thought that where it made that's where I thought it made the most sense, and then realized I needed to pivot to the champion a little bit more aggressively. And so I imagine we'll have like the same sort of learning curve in this experience as well. But I'm looking forward to it. I wanted to pose this to you guys too. Are you all mostly when figuring out your squads? Is it truly just like, all right, we need to target teams with 4 games? Is that like you're just that's all we're doing? We're focusing on 4 games and that's it? Because I do think that is like one flaw. I think that is one flaw. If it's just like clearly you're playing the games anymore. Thoughts on Potter getting sacked? I'm glad Harry had sex. I'm glad Harry Potter had some sex. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know who Potter is the manager for. I don't. I know that there was a lot of rumors about people getting matched up. 3 games versus weak teams over 4 games. Is Ether Wars on Limited 2 next week? That's a good question. I don't know. Is it? Do they? I don't know. Think they already have those. I guess we'll know this in like 50 minutes because they don't have them locked up yet. They don't have them locked up yet. The one thing I don't think I did too. I don't think I did my majors lineup. Here we go. Did I do? Oh no, I did a minor. So should I be focusing on majors or minors? What's the difference here? It feels like minors, right? Oh, Chelsea got fired from Chelsea. All right. Let me catch up on the chat here. Travis says he's struggling with his flex. Arozarena, Dustin May, or Jose Abreu. I love the matchup that Houston's in this week. And I kind of like Abreu in that spot, but I know Dustin May is a solid Dodger. Who's the Austin Rivers of baseball? I need to buy one. Let's see. That's a good question. I don't know. I'll let the chat weigh in on that. That's a good one. My strategy is picking dudes with the coolest hat. There you go. Stars, then number of games, then bad pitching staffs. There we go. I like that, Nerdbird. I like that quite a bit. Corbin Carroll. There we go. Corbin Carroll. He's going to be on the thumbnail next week. Okay. The other thing I wanted to bring up too, like I was mentioning, and you don't have to spill all your secrets, but I was mentioning that I was targeting some Rockies now while they're on the road because I imagine when they get at home, maybe it gets a little bit dicier. Do you guys have any like long-term buys that you're snagging now? Or are you going after, like, how are you approaching? Or are you still like week to week? We're new, we're early, so I'm just trying to collect some cards. Or are you actually like out there trying to getting ahead of it now? Corbin Carroll. So Carroll is the rookie. Let me look up Corbin Carroll. Actually, is he on the market already? And I hope to have some like projections updated a little bit here by the next time we do the show. $64. Look at that. That looks like a baseball player. That's what I'll say, like a little league baseball player. He looks like a child. Looks like a child. Players coming back from injury. I like that. Tovar. I honestly don't know who Tovar is right now. I need the full name. Ooh, Ezekiel. All right, the shortstop for Colorado. Ryan, yeah, I grabbed my man Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon was like a DFS god for me. Yeah, Carroll. I forgot that Carroll's a speed demon. Oh yeah, Jose Altuve, right? He's still missing some time. He's on the IL. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm also I'm curious to see how the scoring has shifted from last season to this season. And I know we only had half a season, and I'm so rare scoring that is, because with all of the rule changes of like the pitch clock and the outlawing of shifts, if we're gonna see a big spike in scoring, because that actually might shift if we should be focusing on a second starting pitcher in the flex spot or not, if we start seeing it. But Bryce Harper's on the IL. There we go. Jorge Polanco, Altuve, Musgrove. Shout out Joe Musgrove. Are Trace and Clay the best? Dude, how about Trace? What did Trace have 3 bombs the other day? What's Trace Thompson going for on the market? Dude, that's when we'll know we're no longer early, is when Clay is buying Trace cards. Trace, $8, baby. $8 for Trace. Yeah, I saw that highlight. I couldn't believe it. We're hoping to have G done, not today, but we're hoping to have G done on regularly too to dive into this. Joey Gallo, no shift helps that dude. Let's look up Joey Gallo. Yeah, if you guys have questions too, fire them in here. I know, like, again, today is going to be a little bit trickier as it's the first time I'm getting in there. All right, there we go, $14. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do, dismiss. Let's just look at some odds. I wanted to see if we had any high over under totals. Yeah, he's Trace has some Jock Peterson energy, some Jock Peterson energy. All right, I wanted to take a look here at some of the over unders because or the spreads. I figured that could be a fun way to so we got 8.5 for the Brewers and the Mets. Any like big numbers? We've got, oh wow, I thought the Reds were actually gonna be favored in this game. These are, man, NL Central. Cueto, that's 7.5. Wow, all right. Pitchers duel. 7.5, 7.5. All right, 9.5. Red Sox. But Red Sox like decent. Oh no, oh god, now I'm nervous. I was rolling out a dog in one of the highest scoring matchups, so that'll be good. I need a cheapest starting pitcher who will definitely play this game week. We the people was shouting out Plesac. We're shouting out some Plesac. So I don't know. Maybe go look at that. Hunter Green is going to be a must own at some point. Yeah, I rolled out Hunter Green. I think it was opening day when I played daily fantasy. I really like him. He's he's had super high upside with his strikeouts. Also, dude, what about that dude? What about that dude? Who was the pitcher this weekend that absolutely crushed for the? I think it was Steele. Was it Steele? Blue Steel? Justin Steele. All right, there you go. $7.55. I think he had 12 Ks through 6 innings this weekend. Is that right? Let's see. Yeah, 32. Dropped a 32 banger. Let's show those statistics. 18. So he got pitched 6 innings, 8 strikeouts. 8 strikeouts. 1 hit, 1 walk, no earned runs, and then he got robbed of the W because they blew the lead. Sonny Gray is cheap. Yeah, that's tough. No, I won't. Not against Houston. Hadn't checked on Springs. I mean, Springs absolutely smashed this week too. Well, shout out Tampa Bay, man. Tampa Bay just constantly bringing out dudes I've never heard of. I mean, I heard of Springs last year, but dudes I don't know just mowing people down. He's only $12 too. He's going to be good. Yeah, play pitcher. Play pitchers against Milwaukee. I mean, that's what I feel like I'm going to be doing. Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, Detroit. Because I'm not going to go out there. I'm not ready to drop some like big money. Yeah, we the people. I was really excited to look at Hunter Brown on the marketplace today. And I was like, that was the first pitcher I searched that I was going to buy. And Hunter Brown here, he only has 1 card on the marketplace and he's going for $41 right now. And I forget we're at the beginning of the season. So all of the prices are going to be elevated a little bit, especially for these young dudes getting their first cards. And then he's got nothing here, absolutely nothing to auction. So it's going to be a little bit tricky trying to find some of these young dudes. Or Quiddy. Yeah, dude, I feel like is he still on the, I'm just going to look it up and wait. Is he still on the, Astros? Oh, wow. Yeah, only $5. We've seen him have some real big upside too. Really want to see if Reed Detmans plays too. Yeah, Tampa Bay always has a great pitching staff. Let's look at Reed. Love a guy named Reed. Although I don't love this spelling. I like R-E-E-D. I'm a big R-E-E-D guy. Detmers, here we go. That's relatively cheap too. What's interesting, normally, this is kind of surprising, right? Normally, the cheapest one is from year 1, right? Because it doesn't have the boost. So why is this one cheaper than the rest of them? This is the only time I've seen this. Magnum says he bought. Hey, listen, dude. If Plesac ends up sucking, I'm sorry. I just keep all of that in the back of your head. Okay, this is my first week. Did he win it as a reward? Oh, there we go. That might make sense. Let's see who owns it. Who owns it? The Mouse Maker. Let's check out the Mouse Maker, baby. No, he didn't. It was a direct sale. Right? It's a direct sale? Oh, no, that... I don't know. Jean Carlos. Wow. All right. All right. Mouse Maker's out here. Maybe he's not a limited, bro. Any good sites for MLB projections? That's a great question, AJ. I believe Sorare Data has MLB projections. I think, right? Do you, Andrew, you still in there? Do you guys have MLB projections? I know Momentum Labs doesn't have it currently. I used to use Roto Grinders for my projections, but I don't do it anymore because I just haven't been in there enough. Plesac faces a bum. Oakland card. There we go. Open the card and scroll down. Sorry, guys. Sorry, bros. Was it a reward? No, it wasn't. It says auction, doesn't it? Oh, no, that's last limited sales. Sorry, guys. Sorry, bros. Sorare does have it, and those projections. They got a lineup builder. There we go. All right, let's go over Sorare Data. Let's see how bad my lineup is. Also, hey, just a reminder, like the stream, subscribe, hashtag Bisbol. And we'll give away a limited tier card here at the end. Sorare FP Patreon has projections for Sorare, more of their specialty than NBA. There we go. All right, that's helpful. That's helpful. Is that first pitch? Does that stand for first pitch? Is that what that is? All right, hold on. Let me go. So, Data, you are my friend. So when I started using it, I didn't have any cards yet, so it wasn't helpful at the time. Hold on, before. All right, now let's go to baseball. I don't use this enough. I'm sorry, Andrew. I don't use it enough, so I don't. All right, can we let's suggest the lineup here. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. All right, let's see. We'll suggest one. Let's do it. Beta. All right, so it suggested Plesac, Jensen. Wow, so it doesn't have, it's got, that was pretty close to what I have, but it does not have a pitcher in the flex. So who did it throw in the flex? It threw Cassis in the flex. So, you know why? Because it's probably not projecting well. Yeah, so it only projects Crawford for 16. It only projects Crawford for 16. So I don't know. Do we listen to Sorare Data? Do we listen to Andrew Laird? Is Andrew Laird an influencer today? Or do we listen to my big brain, huh? What do we think? What do we think? We think Crawford? Crawford or Cassis? Am I pronouncing that right? Sassis, Cassis, Kosis, Kiskus? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. The Sox do have 4 games, so that's why. Let's see. What is Trenton? What does he project as? He's for. Hold on, where? Show picked player. Yeah, show the picked players, baby. Show those picked players, baby. All right. He projects for 40. All right. So yeah, I really do have to do that, right? I really do have to do that. Magnum said Tanner, our friend Tanner, has a relief pitching card from last year and will get a start this game week. Is he worth getting a starting pitcher production for? Well, I mean, Tanner's one of those guys where he's going to get you 5 innings, 6 Ks, and let up 2 runs. So it's your call. That's basically what he does. All right. So, all right. Well, God, I can't believe I have to listen to Andrew again. All right. So we'll get rid of Crofts. Let's go to my upcoming. That's going to mess up a bunch of my lineups, though, isn't it? Because I have him in the American League. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Unless, maybe I'll just buy a second one. You can never have too many Tritons. I don't know what to do here. Sorry. No, it's $32. I'm just kidding. I'm not buying another one. We're letting it ride. We're letting it ride, baby. These projections are not the most sophisticated. They seem to project a game and then put that against each other. One in trust for relief pitchers. The benefit of putting a starter in the relief pitching slot is the guarantee they will pitch. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're riding with Cutter, all right? We're riding with our man Cutter Crawford. Cutter Crawford, baby, is going to get out there and get a W. All right, so we have 30 minutes left before lock here. Actually, no, that's not true. How many minutes do we have left before lock? We got 20. Oh, yeah, 28 minutes. 28 minutes before lock. And then, yeah, so I think we're going to try to do a version of this each week. I promise I'm going to try to get a guest so it's not just me willy-nilly through it. And I'll have a more sophisticated projection system and setup for you ready to go. But this was totally last minute because this morning I woke up, I forgot there was no basketball games today, and I forgot that baseball locked in the middle of the day, and it was worth trying it out. So we'll make sure we have a guest next time, but we're gonna try to run this twice a week because NBA's winding down soon. So we need to be here, baby. We need to be on the base path with those big ass bags. You know what I'm saying? What other like strategy stuff are you doing? Like, what are some for those of you that played last summer and are like, you know, wily veterans now here in the first full season? How have you guys been attacking? Whether it's like building your galleries, or is there any other like systematic thing you have? How you've been approaching this, or is it just kind of run the projections, plug and play each and every single week? Yeah, how are you doing it? Stacking teams is the thing. Yeah, I mean, that makes the most sense. Stacking makes the most sense, especially, I mean, again, not to go back to like the Colorado thing, but when you're going to get like a Colorado Diamondbacks matchup in June, and you know that you're getting like 3 or 4 games in Colorado, right? Bang, bang, bang. The platoons, that's another good thing. Like the platoon situation, if you're looking at the starters, I always think of Jock Peterson, just because he's someone, I mean, not as frequently, but back in his early Dodger days where he would play, you know, as long as righties were pitching, we'd run it out. Tevin was asking if we're playing MLS this season. I'm going to dive into football. It's just it's really hard with basketball still going on. So we gotta figure it out. Can you pull up the scoring? How the scoring works? Yeah, sure. Let me see. What's the best way to actually find that? Let's do how to play. Is it in how to play? Sorare Bear on the basics and just show me the scoring. All right, here we go. So here's your scoring. Yeah, if this is your first week, like this, like me, a run is 3, RBI. It's very similar to FanDuel. Oh, no, actually, that's not true. Run is 3, and RBI is 3. A single is 2. A dub is 5. A triple is 8. A dinga is 10. A walk is 2. Strikeout -1. I didn't know this. Someone pointed that out over the weekend. A stolen base is 5. Caught stealing is -1. Hit by pitch is 2. On the pitching side of thing, an inning pitch is 3. A strikeout is 2. A hit's -0.5. A run is -2. A walk is -1. Wow. So I really am taking a shot here with Crawford because and this is, I mean, this is something I should have thought about. If you are starting a starting pitcher that is definitely risky, that has high risk, high reward. I mean, high risk, high risk, high reward. If they go up and suck, that like really tanks you. That really tanks you. More comps you can play in the better. Yeah, just keep throwing darts. That's Jeff. That's why I like created the $300 budget today and just fired. I wanted to make sure I had 3 lineups to go. Won a World Series ticket last year from So Rare. Stoked for the in real life rewards this season. Yeah, man. This is like, I think daily fantasy is tough for baseball, even though I throw money at it all the time. I love this setup, and yeah, the in real life stuff, the ETH stuff. Shout out So Rare, baby. I like Nick Gordon as a cheap multiplayer position for the Twins. Plays all over. Yeah, man. Nick Gordon was always a plug-in. Whenever I needed a cheap roster spot in DFS, I would go for him. And I would, damn it, I went for the mute and missed it. Sorry. He would always like pick up a stolen bag here and there. He's got good speed. I liked him. Stolen bases crack. Okay. Will team hold run a play? Dude, we'll create it right now. We'll create it right now. Oh wait, do they not have it yet? Do they not have it yet? Or am I like zoomed in too much? Dude, give me, oh my God. You know what? I'll demand it. I will demand it if we can't do it again. Nola only got 5 points this week. So yes. Yeah, there we go. So it's the risk, the variance with starting pitching and a relief pitcher, dude. You have someone come in to close the game, they pitch 1 inning and just get lit up. Yeah, so I'll send a couple of messages, see if we can get a little beta test with Play with Friends here. See if we can get one. All right, what else you guys have with me? We'll wrap in like 10 minutes probably. There's no reason to go all the way till lock because again, the I think what we'll do, I think what we'll do week to week is we'll spend a few minutes looking at the past game weeks because I'd like to see some trends on on scoring and on like who how rosters are being constructed. I think that'll be beneficial. So we'll start each show doing a little bit of that. Then we'll dive into some projections and what I've been focusing on, and then we'll do some Q&As too. But we'll have a guest. RBIs are the most important stat. Pablo, why is it the most important one? Because it's often done with a hit as well. That's interesting. Should I focus on a common, all-star, or minors? All right, let's look at those contests. So common, all-star, or minors. So the reason I think people are focusing on minors is there's double, right? When you look at the rewards, there's 200 limited tiers. First place gets a tier 3. Second place gets a tier 3. Third place a tier 3. And then 4 through 25 gets a tier 4. 26 for 200 gets a tier 5. But I bet if we look at Common All-Star, which now I'm realizing I should change my construction. First place in Common All-Star, tier 1. So there's less rewards being given out, right? But the rewards are better. So first place gets a tier 1, second and third get tier 2, fourth and fifth get tier 2, 6 through 20 tier 3, 21 through 100 tier 4. So you're getting a better reward. So I'm actually going to delete my minors lineup right now. We'll create my Common All-Star, and we're starting up with our man Ohtani, right? We're not playing anybody else over Ohtani. I woke up in a new Ohtani. Let's throw Ohtani in there. We're getting the Yanks. I kind of corner infielder. I will put in Devers because Devers is in a good spot. We'll go back to Vargas. Wanker. Wanker's not really that great. And then I think we'll put Matt Olson in here. And then any pitcher. I don't know. Do you guys Jesus Luzardo? Yeah, I think Luzardo or Marquez. Oh no, they're playing the Dodgers, right? Let's throw Luzardo in there. There we go. This will be my roster. This will be it. I know I don't have a ton of great commons, but that's who we're rolling with. That's who we're rolling with, baby. And then we'll do do I have enough to do the minors? Should I just do it? No, I don't have enough cards. I don't have enough relief pitchers, baby. All right, my common team is McClanahan, Munoz, Ohtani, Trey, Judge, Trout, and Lindor. Jesus. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm realizing now, too, I got to do all my training lineups. Got to get those bad boys in. Although I can't even do training lineups because I don't have enough relief pitchers. Yeah, Embiid is playing this week. One thing I wanted to ask too, like I put this out in a community post on YouTube, but if you guys have any like specific type of MLB content you'd like to see was so rare, I know we've done like value hunting for NBA. I feel like it's a little bit different. I feel like the structure is a little bit different for baseball. So if there is a type of show or a type of thing that you would like to see covered in MLB, after this show's over, just throw it in the comments or put it in the So Rare Discord. By the way, if you are not in the Team Hold Discord, I'm going to drop a link to that right now. And if you sign up for our YouTube VIP, which is like $1.99 a month, it gets you into all of our gated channels where we have 3 different So Rare channels in our Discord. We have football, MLB, and NBA. So I think, yeah, get in there if you're not in there yet. And then here, let's remind the people to like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag baseball into the chat. We'll give away a limited tier. We'll probably give away one of my Cutter Crawfords after this. We'll probably do that. So you can also be a Cutter guy. The dude's name's Cutter, right? Where you can go wrong. That's like a great first name. Ooh, there we go. Who's up, who's down? Hot stove. I like that. That's pretty good. Veronica had a great idea for a show segment called So Good, So Rare, So Good, So Bad. We could look at our bad takes, good takes, and bad takes. I like that, Soul Bro, though. That's a good one. Soul Bro, you must be jacked up, dude. I know you're a baseball aficionado, so you must be pumped. I know G-Dun was pumped. I told him that I was going to do this show today, and he's like, hell yeah, let's go. But he's at work. He's doing the Disney Bros stuff. And then, hey, yeah, if you this is your first time here too, make sure, yeah, subscribe to the channel. Uh, we do a bunch of basketball content. We do some baseball content. We do some TV content. We do a little bit of everything. So come check us out if this is your first time. Yeah, baseball players do go in waves. It is true. Baseball, and it's like it doesn't matter if their team sucks or not. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess it does sometimes when it comes to stacking, but like with basketball, right? If a team gets blown out, your guys aren't going to play. Where in baseball, you're going to get your 4 at bats, you know, or more, 4 or even more. So there you go. Make a whole show on spec buys. Of course, if we do spec buys, though, it's important we start and finish every show with the same video, just so nobody gets in trouble. You know, we got to find. Oh, no, where is it? Did we delete? Oh, none of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? It's important to say that, though. Maybe different segments within the show. Teams. I love that. Mickey Fu, Will, that's what we're going to do. Well, I'm going to put it. This is what we'll do. I'm going to put together my own rankings. We'll do stack rankings. We'll do cheap pitchers, expensive pitchers, stuff like that. Well, I'll be ready to go. This is too last minute today to be properly ready, but I will have something to go. We'll do some stack. I love that stack rankings idea for the week. That'll be fun. It really will just be whoever's playing Detroit. But that'll be a good time. Ooh, a schedule rundown. All right, Borland, we'll put a schedule rundown together. All right, gang, I think we're going to wrap here. I'm excited to come back here later in this week when we do our second show on this and show you how bad my lineups were. But in the meantime, go Cutter Crawford. If you win this thing, shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM either at Mike Zakarian or in the Discord, and I will send over a Cutter Crawford so you can play Boston Red Sox finest. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Soul Bro! Oh, there we go, dude. Isn't that heartwarming? We do a baseball show. You win a baseball prize. We love to see it. Great point by Taylor here, too. Always play against Patrick Corbin, you know? Weather problems overview. That's true. We need to get Kevin Roth on the show. If you guys don't know Kevin Roth is the GOAT when it comes to weather and fantasy baseball related stuff. Yeah, there we go. Shoot me a DM, Soul Bro. All right, everybody. Best of luck. What are the Mets and Brewers? I was going to say tip off. I think the first pitch for Mets and Brewers, I think it's just in like 25 minutes or so. So that's right across the street. Well, it's not right across the street, but that's a hometown game. Best of luck out there. We will see you later. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. We all out.